Our journey through Halloween begins in the misty hills of ancient Ireland, over 2,000 years ago. It's October 31st, the night of Samhain, pronounced Samhain. For the Celts, this is a night unlike any other. It's a night that marks the end of harvest and the start of winter. Samhain is about change and mystery. But it's more than just a seasonal shift. On this night, the Celts believe the line between our world and the spirit world grows thin. Ghosts and spirits can cross over, wandering among the living. Some are friendly spirits of family members, but others are not so friendly. To protect themselves, the Celts gather and light enormous bonfires, casting tall, flickering shadows on the dark hills. But they don't just light fires, they also disguise themselves. They wear costumes made from animal skins, hoping these spooky outfits will make them look like spirits and keep them safe. And here's where the jack-o'-lantern tradition begins. To scare away evil spirits, the Celts carve frightening faces into large root vegetables like turnips. They place these lanterns in front of their homes, hoping the eerie faces will scare off anything that doesn't belong in the world of the living. In 43 AD, the powerful Roman Empire conquers the Celtic lands, bringing their own beliefs and festivals. Among them is Feralia, a late October festival to honor the dead. They also have a celebration for Pomona, the goddess of fruit and trees, whose symbol is the apple. The Romans begin blending their own customs with Samhain. Apples, which are sacred to Pomona, soon become part of the celebrations. And this is where our Halloween tradition of bobbing for apples comes from. Imagine people gathering, dunking their heads to catch apples with their teeth, a game that survives to this day as a classic Halloween activity. As centuries pass, Christianity spreads across Europe, and the Church seeks to replace local pagan celebrations. In the 7th century, Pope Boniface IV introduces a new holy day, All Saints' Day, on November 1st to honor all Christian saints and martyrs. The night before, October 31st, becomes known as All Hallows Eve, the evening before All Saints' Day. Over time, this name shortens to Halloween. But people keep their customs alive. They go door to door in a practice called sowing, asking for small cakes in exchange for prayers for the dead. This exchange of treats for blessings is one of the first forms of what we know today as trick-or-treating. In medieval times, sowing becomes popular across Europe. Poor villagers, often children, go door to door carrying lanterns and singing songs, asking for soul cakes. These cakes are round, marked with a cross, and given as a symbol of prayers to help spirits move on from purgatory. The cakes aren't sweet like modern candy, but this tradition is an early form of trick-or-treating. Another tradition called guising also becomes popular, especially in Scotland and Ireland. People wear masks and disguises, going house to house performing small tricks or songs in exchange for treats. It's a bit like the Halloween fun we know, but with a twist of ancient traditions. Now, let's fast forward to the 1800s, when Halloween takes on a new life in America. Irish and Scottish immigrants bring their Halloween traditions with them, and it soon spreads across the country. But America gives Halloween a new twist. It becomes a time for community gatherings, fun parties, and family-friendly celebrations. People start carving pumpkins instead of turnips, since pumpkins are easier to find and carve. And that's how the American jack-o'-lantern is born. Soon, pumpkins with glowing faces are everywhere on Halloween night. By the 1930s and 40s, Halloween becomes a night of costumes and treats for children across the US. Kids begin dressing up in costumes of witches, ghosts, and all kinds of characters, going door to door saying trick or treat. To neighbors who hand out sweets, Halloween is now a holiday of fun and laughter. After World War II, candy companies start making special treats just for Halloween, and soon, Halloween becomes one of the biggest holidays in America. Trick-or-treating and candy become central to Halloween celebrations, creating the Halloween we know today. By the 1970s, haunted houses and spooky attractions become part of Halloween's charm. People love a good scare, and haunted houses pop up in neighborhoods everywhere, with scary decorations, eerie music, and people jumping out to give visitors a fright. Halloween now becomes a holiday where people can safely explore their fears and enjoy the thrill of being scared, whether it's haunted houses, ghost stories, or horror movies. Today, Halloween has grown into a massive celebration. People spend billions on costumes, decorations, candy, and haunted house experiences. From little kids in superhero costumes to adults at costume parties, Halloween has something for everyone. But at its heart, Halloween is still about connecting to our history. From the Celts and their Samhain festivals, to the Romans, to early American traditions, Halloween is a night where we can enjoy both the spooky and the sweet. It's a blend of history, mystery, and a little bit of magic that brings people together, year after year. So this Halloween, whether you're trick-or-treating, telling ghost stories, or carving pumpkins, remember, you're part of a tradition that's over 2,000 years old. The question you should ask yourself, is it worth celebrating the dead?